Hey guys, Angry Beast here bringing you some free-for-all gameplay on the map Berlin Wall using the Kiparis here, dual-wielded. And this definitely is not the best setup in the game at all. Honestly, it's probably the second worst weapon to dual-wield in this game. Probably behind the Mac 11, because the Mac 11s have just a terrible hip-fire spread when dual-wielded for whatever reason. Not to mention, the Kiparis has very low damage, although it sounds like it does a lot of damage. It does the same damage as all the other low damage SMGs, so I definitely can't recommend this setup. It's terrible, especially considering the Kiparis' recoil. And this gameplay might seem a little bit long for free-for-all, and that's mainly because this game doesn't end by kills. It actually ends by the time limit, but I do end up winning it. I'm 1 kill away from winning it by kills. Whatever, I get sniped a lot in this game. This should be expected on this map. This is definitely not the best setup for this map. I should have realized that was a camera spike there. But whatever. I think my perks here are Scavenger, Steady, Aim, and maybe Marathon. Not quite sure. Maybe, no, sorry, I'm running Ninja. In free-for-all, Ninja is one of the better perks to use because you want to be able to sneak up on people and hear them coming before. I think it helped me out 2 or 3 times to hear the guy climbing through windows and stuff. I have no clue where that guy came from, but whatever. Tips for using the Kiparis, honestly, I'd say don't use it. As bad as that sounds, this gun is absolutely horrid. Its recoil drag just straight up and to the right, and it makes it very hard to manage it, even close range. So if you were going to use it, though, the grip is glitched on this gun. The grip does absolutely nothing for the recoil on this weapon. If you were going to use it, I'd say maybe extended mags would be my preferred attachment, I guess, because with dual wield you're increasing the recoil majorly, and with grip it doesn't do anything, and with rapid fire you're just not gonna be able to control it at all. For perks, unless you are running in a free-for-all setup where you're trying to build up a longer kill streak like I am in this game, I think I built up a 7 kill streak at one point with the Kiparis. You probably want to use lightweight or maybe flak jacket in your first tier perk over say Scavenger, and you're gonna want to switch to your pistol a lot because of the high recoil and low range the Kiparis. Your secondary weapon is very important in this game. I'm rocking out the CZ75s dual wielded, obviously because I'm using steady aim, and the CZ75s don't take any loss from using akimbo. It doesn't affect the draw time in any way, so that's a good thing about it. And I'm using the motion sensors as well as the frags and concussions. Talked about the frags and concussions before, but especially when you're using a gun like the Kiparis, you're gonna want to be able to flash at people to get them out of your line of sight. So it's a good thing to use. And the motion sensor is basically just for a standard free-for-all setup. You want to be able to have the intel on where people are. I think my kill streaks in this game are my usual 3, 4, 5. The UAV, the care package. I mean, the UAV, the counter UAV, and care package. Not too sure about that, but whatever. This game actually is kind of close until I go on a nice little tear at the end, but whatever. So the Kiparis is definitely the worst submachine gun in the game, although it is a classified one. I'd say it's one of the worst. Maybe the Mac 11 is worse, but the Mac 11 does have the low recoil, which can help in close range situations and whatnot. So I'd say this is the worst weapon you can use. It does lead to a lot of headshots. I think I get like 6 headshots in this game, which is actually really good. But because of that high recoil, you're not going to be able to manage it even in close range. The closest thing I can compare this to is the Mini Uzi from Modern Warfare 2. Especially when you akimboed it. It was pretty bad akimboed because it had worse hipfire spread than any other submachine gun when akimboed, as far as I know. And it had the worst reload pretty much of all the submachine guns. This is a really long reload on it. I think it's close to like 3 seconds, and it's just ridiculous. There isn't much you can do about it though, especially if you're running akimbo. You don't want to waste your second tier perk on steady aim. So if you're going to use this gun, definitely run it with extended mag, because grip does nothing, which is like a fail on Treyarch's part. Usually it's Infinity Ward that makes mistakes on attachments, like the ZM901 with the grenade launcher, and the Beretta M9 with the silencer in Modern Warfare 2. Those are some fails of Infinity Ward. But yeah, Treyarch really failed on the attachments on this gun. They made them basically useless. And it's sad because this is a classified weapon. You think it'd be one of the best submachine guns when it actually ends up being one of the worst. In my opinion, they should make the classified weapons the best in the class. You kind of did that for the LMGs and assault rifles. You got the G11, which is one of the best weapons in the game, if you know how to use it right. And you have the the Stoner 63, which is a very, very powerful gun. It's got the same rate of fire as the FAMAS with a 3-hit kill at all ranges, and very, very low recoil for a light machine gun, in my opinion. But the shotguns are a totally different thing there. If they're running to a claymore, what are you going to do? It's free for all. Gotta let them use their claymores, right? But for the shotguns, the HS-10 is hardly usable. I mean, when you put a Kimbo on it, its range is so low, you have to get literally right behind them. But whatever, I mean, they balance this game a little bit oddly compared to some other Call of Duties. At least the stakeout's usable in this game. I mean, it's got a nice high rate of fire compared to what those SPAS 12 and Modern Warfare 2 did, with about the same damage in my opinion, but whatever. As far as secondary weapons concerned, you could make a case for the ballistic knife or a crossbow. If you like that, go ahead and use it. I don't care for them. You'll probably never see gameplay with them from me because I can't hit anything with them. I know some people are really good with it. Booman61 can hit a crossbow from across the map all day long. But I honestly can't hit anything with a crossbow or a ballistic knife. You could make a case for the ASPs because you're using steady aim already and they have the fastest draw time of all the pistols. But I find that their 7-round clip is their downfall, especially when you dual wield them. And they draw at about the same speed at the CZ, so I don't find it too useful. But whatever floats your boat. I mean, if you like rocking out your Kimbo ASPs, go ahead. You could make a case for the extended mag M1911 because it's got a faster draw time than the CZ. But I honestly don't care for it because the M1911 to me just doesn't feel like it has the same power as the CZ. I don't know, it's more of a mental thing than anything physical or real. I know the stats say they're exactly the same, but whatever. You can make also a case for the Python with like a speed reloader if you like it. But in the end, I'd say the CZ75 is the most versatile of all of the pistols. This is where I go on a nice little tear with this thing, I think. And for free-for-all, you definitely want to use the UAV. That's going to be one of the most important kill streaks in any kill-based game mode. Team Defender, free-for-all, Team Deathmatch, whatever. Because having that intel on the other person is very, very important. And without it, you're going to be basically wandering around without any clue where they are. And especially if you don't have Ghost or whatever on, you're a wide open target for the enemy team, and it's generally not a good idea to be doing that. Excuse me, I believe I'm running the Sentry gun as well as the care package. Sorry, I was trying to still go for Ghost Pro. I didn't realize I didn't have Ghost on the class or whatever, but whatever. Other than that, I mean, this gun is terrible, as I've already talked about, and you're not going to find much success using it. This is probably the best I could get in a long while. I mean, I know someone could probably get like a flawless free-for-all with it, but that's not my style. I like to run around, be careless, or whatever. I have no clue how this guy kills me through the wall there. He's using a silenced Galil, and the Galil already has pretty low penetration for an assault rifle. And when you combine that with a silencer, I don't think a gun should be able to shoot through the wall like that. But whatever, I mean, it's Treyarch. They made the assault rifles so overly powered in this game. It's just a fact. I'm not complaining. It just is what it is. And the submachine guns are basically not good for anything other than the AK-74U rapid fire, which is okay at close range. But whatever, you know, you live and you learn, you move on. Flash myself there, stupid mistake, whatever. Other than changing up the equipment, there isn't much you can do to make this class better. You could probably trade your motion sensor for a claymore or whatever for free-for-all and cover your back a little bit better, especially because I found a lot of people use Hacker Pro in free-for-all. I didn't realize it would be that big of a deal. I thought more people would be using Ninja. But I found a lot of people like to run Hacker for some reason, but whatever. That just means I can sound horn better, and it's not too big of a deal to me. I mean, if you want to use Hacker over Ninja, whatever, I just will stick with my Ninja for a free-for-all. I really wish, though, they had Sit Rep Pro in this game. I love that perk in Modern Warfare 2 and 3. The ability to both see enemy equipment and hear enemy footsteps louder is such a good thing. I mean, I don't care about how loud my footsteps really are, because a lot of people don't use headsets in this game. But I like to be able to hear other people's footsteps louder. That's one of I still don't have Ninja Pro on this Prestige. I had it in my first, but I don't play too much Demolition and Search and Destroy to get those plants and diffuses. But whatever. This gameplay is winding down here. I think I got 2 kills left, and my sentry gun got stolen from me and is shooting me down at the end here. That happens quite a bit, actually, in a free-for-all setup. I wish I was using Ghost, because that would have been my Ghost Pro challenge, but whatever. I still need to get that. Eventually I'll probably use, like, my Enfield Silence class. Yeah, nice little gameplay with the Kiparis. I mean, you're using a Kimbo Kiparis, just terrible recoil already, terrible hip fire, low damage, Although it does have a pretty average rate of fire for a submachine gun, it's definitely not an easy weapon to use. But I hope you guys enjoyed. It was nice 29 and 16 with the Kiparis. Definitely not the best gun in the world. But it's fun to use if you're bored or whatever. 1.81 kill death ratio and 6 headshots. Hope you guys enjoyed. Best gameplay I could get on short notice with the Kiparis. I'm Angry Beast, and I am signing out.